tried to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use a can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than imagine. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Right at the 8. Great. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
On first down, Newton. Got a man open. It's Ross. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Newton. The completion to Riddick. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
What's that? Right at the 8.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
What is it? 180?
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
On the ready.
First carry for James Conner. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3.
Yep. 57. Mike, 56. Go.
Now they'll run on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Off-play action. Benedict. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Yeah, they string that play out nicely. He's stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. It's complete to Fuller. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down. Check that. Gun.
Now Joe Mixon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready? Get a set, ready? 55. Bring it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Newton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
At the 37-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Yes.
Lost the pass.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Set. 15, Lonnie. 15 left. Yo, 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 go, go! You better be afraid of me! 32!
Now a draw play. This is Connor. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
From the gun on third down, Benedict. For the left side here, and it's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
60 or. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On first down, Benedict. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They run a draw here on second down. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo. I'm going to run you out. 80 weapons.
Looking to throw. Benedict. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 40.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On first and 10, Benedict. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster, and he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. On first and 10 is Connor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They come up first and 10 at the 16. Back to throw. Benedict. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
And the Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
31's the mic. I got it. 31's the mic. Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Benedict. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And his kick is indeed good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one downs and get you into the end zone, get you 6.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Now Newton. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go 8.
Out of the gun, Newton. Open man is Ross, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards there, a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. He takes it to the 15, a nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Great.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And McManus able to put it through, and that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play call is just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down.
He's got it at the 15. first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
18 Gator. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
6-6. Bullet high. Check right 57. Right here.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They go play action here on first down. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And to give this time to the tailback.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They run with Connor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
70, Indy.
And the Steelers first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run here with Connor. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Quick to edge. Come. 61, matchbox lights.
They'll try to run this one in. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. That's kind of an interesting decision. 1-score game, 3rd quarter. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm willing to go out on the limb on this one and go for it. And here's why. If I set it up right now and go get the touchdown, I'm in firm control of this ball game, and my team has a ton of confidence. If I don't get it, hey, I rely on my defense. And if somehow they go downfield on me and score, so be it. I want to be in control and in firm control right now.
And they're not going to get the kick off in time. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This just a 24-yard attempt. His kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Get ready.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. Flush to his right. He's got Fuller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside.
Look at it.
Check 55, Mike. Down to lose 1. Check 31, check.
Gregory.
Kill. 1, 2, wait.
On 1st down, it's Newton. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Fuller. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go. They're savored a little bit, but
and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Ready? 18, Gator.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You don't want it. Hey, check right. Watching your car.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Here we go. Set. 15, Ronnie. 15 line.
36.
X3. 218. Chopper. Lead driven.
From the gun, Benedict. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Newton to throw. And that is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Greystone travel.
And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Back to Mixon on first down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Check Mike 54.
Now on 2nd and 13. Newton. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. They'll get 5 on the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Steelers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.